Negotiations resumed today in the St. Lawrence Seaway strike as two premiers warned about the economic consequences in a joint statement. Nearly $17 billion in goods flowed through the Seaway last year, according to Francois Legault and Doug Ford, adding if there is no deal soon, the federal government needs to use whatever tools it has available to bring this strike to an end as quickly as possible. The grieving process can take a toll on a family following the death of a loved one. A Saskatchewan couple says their mourning period has been disrupted as they try to manage misinformation spreading through fake obituaries about their daughter. As Alison Bamford explains, obituary piracy often escalates when the tragedy involves a young person.
A memorial service to celebrate Isabel's life.
Before the Wilsons even met with a funeral director, unofficial obituaries for their daughter began popping up online.
It was shocking, and it had a lot of people asking questions.
Isabel Izzy Wilson died in a car crash earlier this month. One of the community newspapers published an article based on an RCMP release and what it thought was a legitimate obituary.
And it said that her funeral is October 13th, and we hadn't talked to the funeral home. We were just going in October 12th to just even start planning anything.
The paper later apologized and issued a correction. CTV News found at least 6 other third-party sites with Izzy's obituary containing errors in her age, hometown, and details surrounding her death.
If you don't see a funeral home that's connected with it, or it's not directly coming from that person's family, that's probably a pretty good clue that this isn't legit.
The Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre has received 7 reports related to fraudulent obituaries this year, not necessarily an increase from past years. Funeral marketing executive Robin Heppel says obituaries bring in high volumes of traffic to websites, which is why they're pirated and used to generate revenue. The third-party sites often include ads or links, scamming people into thinking they are purchasing flowers or other mementos for grieving families. In reality, they're buying into the scam.
I would think that they don't care, even if the information's right. They're just trying to get the eyeballs. They're trying to then get the sales.
Experts say the Wilson situation is quite rare, given there wasn't an original obituary for piracy sites to steal. As for consumers, they should do their research before trusting an online obituary and making a donation. Alison Bamford, CTV News, Regina.